What's up? This Nick Young of the LA Lakers. You rocking at IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Oh, yes, we are live. This is IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on the Fox Sports 1350. This is your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here.
Yes, indeed, man. Do we have a great show lined up for you guys today? Again, it's IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. If you guys want to tune in, you guys can always take us with you on the mobile app, the iHeartRadio app. Coach B, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, last week we had the Radio Media Day for the Inland Valley Basketball Classic, the second annual. We had the girls in last week. This week we have the boys coming in. So, you know, it's early in the morning. I think they're knocked out. They're somewhere asleep, but, you know, it's all good.
Guaranteed. You know how we do it, man. Guaranteed. So check it out. We have a couple of things going on, man. Like you said, tomorrow is the second annual Boost Mobile Inland Valley Basketball All-Star Classic. Really excited about that, Coach B, man. Putting a lot of work on it. Coach Romanelli, like as you said, last week we had the ladies in. Today we have some young men who were selected. Got a great thing. And then we also have a very special guest live in the studio as well, Coach B.
Absolutely. We have, you know, the thing about it, I say, you know, a lot of people, they find their religion Sunday morning, they go to church. But for me, Saturday is a special day for me. College football is, you know, I live and breathe college football. That's where the Coach B comes from. You know, I love USC football, but one thing I love equally as much as USC football is anything USC. So anything that is USC, I love.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see my anyone, we'll send out the social media pictures. Did you see what jersey I have on?
Yeah, I noticed the jersey, brother.
This is my throwback. Craven, who was one of the point guards at USC. You know, a lot of people wear USC football jerseys. I got the basketball jersey.
You got the hoop jersey on, which is rare. We
have the starting point guard from those USC Trojans in the house. He made a special appearance. He's going to come in. So we said we got to get him some time. His little sister, Dominique, will be in the game.
She'll be featured.
Yeah. So Jordan McLaughlin will be in the house.
Yes, indeed. Really excited about that. Coach B, I tell you what, man, we also got to talk about the last Kobe game a little bit later in the show.
Right.
We got to make sure we get that in.
That national holiday?
The national holiday. The day that, everybody took off work. You know, that's going to be the next, as Magic was saying, everybody was saying, well, where were you at when Kobe scored the 81? I think the next question is going to be, well, where were you at when Kobe played his last game?
Speaking of Irvin Buck Johnson, he kind of upset.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Irvin Buck Johnson is if you're the number one player in the history of the NBA, Irvin Buck Johnson, how are you not the number one player in the history of the Los Angeles Lakers?
He was being gracious. And I think if you were to ask Kobe would even say it was Magic. You know what I mean?
I was like, Buck.
So he was being gracious.
You know?
He's a
come on, Buck.
Hey, Magic's a marketing guy. He's always been a marketing guy, and he was selling that night.
Speaking of marketing, did you hear about the record that Kobe shattered with his apparel and collectibles?
Do tell.
$1.2 million worth of Kobe Bean Bryant merchandise sold at the gift shop at that game.
Wow, that's crazy.
$1.2 million. And think of this. It was the number one rated game. They said in years.
Right.
It's like almost Super Bowl numbers. But the funny thing is, wasn't there a team going for 73 wins?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, for people now to be talking about the, what was happening with the Lakers, and you know, everybody's a little upset about Kobe. You know, just look at the dollars. As DJ Quick coined, if it don't make dollars,
it don't make sense.
You know how it goes. So, and Kobe, just in the midst of the NBA record for wins being set, my man, even the Rams were making an announcement. The LA
and they held off
the announcement, which was a huge announcement. Even held that off because they knew the deal. They didn't want to get swamped. They were saying, we were trying to be courteous. No, you didn't want to get swamped by Kobe, Black Mamba, Bryant.
You know, and speaking of that, who do you want, Wentz or Goff? I'm Goff. I say Goff. Goff went to Cal. He went to a big school. You know, Wentz, it looks great. You know, when you look at Wentz, speaking of the Rams, I mean, here's the thing. Flacco I forget what school he went to, couldn't make it, got booted and went to Delaware. So you never know. But
Well, yeah, here goes.
Flacco, however you want.
I call him Young Flak Jacket.
You're right.
And we're talking about Joe Flacco from the Baltimore Ravens. One thing I tell you like this: Joe Flacco is a good. I don't know. I'm about to say great. He's a good quarterback. But here's one thing we know about the guy from Cal is, you know, our boy I'm about to say JJ. Our boy Trey. Young
Trey Watson, Centennial Huskies legend.
He got a year in with him and did some really good things toward the latter part of the season. So you got a good sample size. So I don't know, man. But like I said, I'm really glad to see that football's coming back to the West Coast. My Dallas Cowboys will be up there for the first game. So it's going to be, I'll be decorative and I'll be out there. It's going to be epic.
And, you know,
at the Coliseum, might I add.
And if I could do this, man, Greg, I know we got to get into the show. But, Greg, if I could get if we could kill the music right quick, what I need to do is I need to send an apology to Eternal as well as Kobe Bean Bryant. I always said I was Team Shaq, and I always said that I was a Laker fan, not a Kobe fan.
Take your time.
I got a little emotional when I saw the tribute, and I reflected and I looked back. You know, I'm 40 years old, so I've watched Kobe Bean for 20 years. So, Eternal, my apologies. I am officially on Team Kobe Bryant. It took him retiring for me to realize that.
And see, you know, I'm okay with that, man. Greg, you know. Greg, you know what I mean? That was appropriate right there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because you know, I was starting to wonder about you, brother. I was gonna go get you tested because, you know, here goes the deal. I mean, if you know, you had your boy Jason Whitlock on the other day talking about. I mean, I just wanted to grab something and just hit him square across his jaw with it.
Yeah.
For talking crazy like that about
5 championships.
Yeah. Talking about he ran. Shaq can't run.
Yeah.
How do you run him off if he can't run?
Yeah.
He a little fat.
Yeah.
And swole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Kobe's out here running around getting 60 points, put up I don't care if the man, you go out there and you put up 50 shots and you tell me how many you make.
Right. But here's one thing that upset me. Kobe and Shaq are buddies now. Had they been that way, Kobe and Shaq would have 7, 8 championships.
Well, you know what? That's a lesson to learn for folks right there. You know, that's a lesson you got to learn. You got to humble yourself because, you know, I mean, otherwise, you know, you put yourself in a situation, you start finding out how hard it is to do it by yourself.
Yeah, because I had to figure that out because I was great. And I said, you know, I'll bring this guy in. What you were saying about Shaq, I digress.
Well. No, we right here, man, live on Fox Sports 1350, man. Do we have a great show? If you guys want to join the conversation, you guys can always check us out on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. That's at IESportsNet, at IESportsNet. If you guys want to see detailed information, you guys can always check us out on our website, IESportsNet.com. Again, it is our media day for the 2nd annual Boost Mobile. Man, thank you so much for our folks at Boost Mobile. The Boost Mobile Inland Valley All-Star Basketball Classic. We're on the eve of that, man. We got some players in today, so you guys don't want to miss. You guys want to make sure you stay tuned. Coach B, man, do we have a lot of stuff lined up for him, man?
Absolutely. Don't forget the starting point guard, number 11. I would say at 6'2", 6'3", from Etiwanda High School.
Man.
The starting point guard,
man, Jordan
J-Mac McLaughlin will be in when we come back.
Yeah,
so,
we got a lot to talk about this, brother, man, so it's going to be great.
There you go. So you're listening to IE Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Prodexa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Prodexa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Prodexa Protexxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room, weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609. Again, 1-800-352-1609. A fee-based company.
From Jackie Robinson to John Elway, Southern California is home to many of America's greatest high school athletes. Now you can add to that legacy by voting for your favorites on a new website called SoCalPrepLegends.com. Log on today and vote for the best plays and players from the teams in your area. You'll find everything you need to make your selections, including stories, stats, videos, and more. Show your team spirit and give your players the recognition they deserve. Go to SoCalPrepLegends.com and see the stars of today become the legends of tomorrow.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yeah. Boys. Yes, we are live. This is IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here on Fox Sports 1350.
Yes, sir. And in the studio, we have a very, very special guest. We've been trying to...
Take your time.
You know, no, you take your time.
I know, right?
You over here amongst me. You came through the day, man. Yeah, but thank you, Greg Holler. Does the drum roll. I don't know if you have any Jordan, I don't know if you have any music that you come out to when they call your name. Because if I was you, I'd be coming out to something, Lord knows. Not there, SC. But in the house, we have a very special guest from the IE. Associated, man, with the Inland Empire, man, repping the IE real heavy. Edwin the Eagle.
Right.
You want to do it, Coach B?
Yes, absolutely. How tall are you, Jordan? 6. All right. At 6 feet.
Man,
from Edwin High School. Number 11. Your starting point guard for the USC Trojans.
11. You got to say 11 with an M.
There you go. The one and only. The music does justice. Jordan McLaughlin.
Man. How you doing, brother? Hold on, man. We have to make sure we turn it up.
We got a little excited with the music.
How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm doing good.
Man, thank you so much for coming in, man. You know, you would have to help us out, just kind of talk to us about how it is for playing with SC, man, because, you know, I only started, man, for Park and Rec. And I know when I went hard, man, for 15 points, it was a big deal, man. You know, the coaches had to kind of like calm me down for the next game. So I don't know how you can compose yourself, man, for playing at USC. You know, you're coming out of there, man, lights is on. How is that, man?
It's fun. It's a blessing, you know, being able to go out and play in front of big crowds. It's fun, you know. It's really something every kid dreams about, you know. You start at the middle school level, elementary school, then you take it to high school, and then, you know, you want to have that chance and opportunity to play at the college level. So it's really a blessing.
Indeed. So now you really got a chance to be a part of something special with USC. Obviously, man, you guys had one of the best seasons, and they're saying 24 years, 21-13. Talk to us about that, man, how you guys as a team approached this season. I mean, you were getting some marquee love. My man said, you know, they saw you on the marquee, which again, if I was on the marquee, I'd be telling Coach, and Coach, check this out. When y'all call my name, y'all got to make sure y'all do it right. You know, I'd be at the announcer like, hey, you know, it's Jordan McLaughlin. You know what I mean? So, but how was that, man?
Man, it's fun. You know, seeing stuff on billboards and websites and stuff, it's fun. You know, I always have people hitting me up all the time saying they see me on the news, this and that.
Right.
You know, that's just fun getting the publicity and stuff, but you know, you just got to keep working and keep grinding, and that's what we did this off season. You know, we had a season we didn't like the previous year,
right? So
you know, this year with this off season, we grinded it hard in the weight room and on the court, and you know, we had to change that, and we did.
Indeed. Now, Jordan, you approached the game. I'm going a little off cut here. You approach the game, man. You know, obviously you play the game. You have a very, you know, you can see you're serious out there, all around player, man. You do a really good job of getting your players involved and still shooting the ball at a high level. Talk to us about how you approached it. Early this year, man, you were coming in, you had the mohawk, man. The swagger was on point. Talk to us about that, man, how you approach the game in terms of, you know, obviously you're image conscious, but you're out there, you're playing the game at a high level.
Yeah, you know, I mean, once you're outside of the lines, nothing matters, you know. But once you step inside those lines on the court, you know, you just got to handle your business. You know,
right.
It's like a job. You got to go in, clock in, put your work in. And once you step outside of the lines, you're done. So, you know, I take every game like it's the last game.
Indeed.
Absolutely. I mean, we can, when you talk USC basketball, we could talk Swaggy P. We could talk Scalabrini. We could talk Darren Collinson.
Indeed.
We could talk about the Craven brothers.
Not Darren Collinson.
Yeah. Not Darren Collinson. My bad. UCLA. My bad. That's Edawanda. That's Edawanda.
Yeah.
My bad. I got a little off course. Of course. I got a little excited. That's Edawanda. But let's talk some local basketball for a minute, so we can't talk about Collinson.
Indeed.
There you go. Have you had a chance to keep up what's going on with IE this year in Chino Hills and you know, Lonzo Ball, the UCLA commit you'll see next year?
Yeah, I saw a couple games. They played on national TV a few times, and I was able to catch a couple of those games. And, you know, what they did this season, they had a remarkable season. And Alonzo Ball is a great player. And then I also, you know, was able to check out my Edawanda boys.
Yeah.
They also had a pretty decent season, not the way they wanted to end, but, you know, they did well this year.
There you go. And, you know, while we're on the subject of UCLA, you know, I'll say it. I want to, you know, because I have a lot of buddies on Facebook that are UCLA fans. I want to say thank you personally for beating UCLA 3 times this season.
Man, I know that was a big deal, right?
Yeah. I appreciate that. Even Marvin Jones was excited, you know. So I thank you so much for that. You know, he's another Edawanda great.
Indeed.
So, you know, NFL guy.
Now at the Lions, big up.
Yeah, absolutely. You got that big contract.
Yes, sir.
I used to work with his sister. Big up to Marvin. With USC being such a football school, you know, this season, like we said, there was so much energy. Here's the crazy thing. I told you I went to the USC game.
Right.
My daughter, who's the Edawanda Eagle, we went to the daddy-daughter game. We went into the the gift shop.
Yes.
And I was going to get a new jersey. What number was up? Number 11. But then you guys.
He like Kobe Bryant out there at USC.
You know. I was like, look at Edawanda in the house, you know.
Indeed.
But you know what? You guys had a sellout against UCLA. I mean, it was a packed house at Galen. That is a beautiful facility. Beautiful. What was the energy like this season, you know, for basketball?
It was incredible. You know, previous years we hadn't been winning, so, you know, the stands wasn't as filled, as, like you said, this much this year. You know, we had a couple of sellout games, UCLA and Arizona. And the energy from the crowd translated to us on the court. You know, once we heard the crowd cheering and everything, it just picked up our energy and intensity on the court.
Well, check this out, man. I also wanted to ask you a few questions. Now, how is it, man? Because you could talk about this, man. You're going to SC.
I mean, you know, you're out there, you know, a good-looking gentleman. How is it trying to maintain on social media, man? Because, you know, like I said again, you know, let me score 20-plus points for USC. All of a sudden, you know what I mean, I got the chalk. You know what I mean? I'm putting chalk
like
all on
LeBron.
my neck and stuff. I'm doing, you know what I mean? I got the chalk coming out. I'm just like, man, watch out. So how is it trying to, I mean, I know that's because you still got to maintain grades. You got to perform on the court. And then you got to deal with, you know, the SC, what comes with SC.
Yeah. I mean, it's challenging, but, you know, I was raised by, you know, good family, my mom and dad, and all my sisters, my grandparents.
Right.
And, you know, they always taught me how to keep a level head. So I just go about my day and handle my business and try and stay out of trouble as much as I can.
I heard that, man.
And, you know, him being an SC legend, welcome back, Lynn Swan.
Man, man,
Lynn
that was
Swan.
so big, man. A tear almost came down.
Right,
Man. I mean,
right.
Like, they got Lynn in there, man.
Yes, absolutely.
That's beautiful, man, beautiful. Talk to us about number 11. I know that's the number that you've kind of you kept close to you. Is there any kind of significant meaning with that, or talk to us about what the decision for number 11?
Well, my freshman year in high school at Etowanda, we were picking jerseys, and I was a freshman, and everybody else was older. So I was the only freshman on the team, so everybody else was older. And we were picking numbers, and my usual number is 5 because 2 plus 3, Mike,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Look at it, you got it.
The only number that was left was 11, so it was just something that grew on me, and I just wore it all throughout my high school career, and then continued it to college.
And then, and one thing I want to say, man, you know you're a baller because SC 11's retired.
Yeah, it is.
And they pull it down from the rafters and say, if you come here, that number's yours.
Hey, man, was that like a prerequisite? Did you tell them, like, when you sat them down, you say, hey, check this out, you know what I mean? You know, a couple things I need my Kool-Aid cold, slightly, you know, like about 20 degrees colder than room temperature, and I also need my number 11 with an M.
It was just something they blessed me with, you know.
That's
on
cool.
my official visit, I talked with the AD, Pat Hayden, at the time.
No doubt.
And they said they were able to call Bill Sharman, and he was able to let me wear his number.
Man, that's special.
That was a huge blessing.
That's special.
Before he passed away.
Indeed.
But I just want to, again, thank him. Got to thank him every time.
I heard that, man. No doubt about it. Now, another thing, just real quick, I know Coach B had a couple more questions we wanted to get in. We talked off air a little bit about the best player ever. You know what I mean? And I know it's difficult for you because, you know, your name is associated with, you know, what me and Coach B would call a player that's in, you know, he's in. I'm not gonna put.
He's in the top 3.
Yeah, he's about to say he's in the top. So maybe you could, you could educate our audience who you think is the best player ever in the NBA, and then why you feel as such.
The best player ever in the NBA is Mike, no question.
And he gave him some side, man. Look at Holler, man.
It's Mike.
Talk to us. Why do you think that, man? Because you're a younger brother, man. So I don't know how many Mike games you ever saw, like coming up. You know, I'm sure it's probably been all, you know, because, you know, he's one of those transitional players. You don't see many highlights of Magic. You still see Mike coming through with the tongue hanging out and you know, doing his thing. So talk to us about how you feel about that.
Well, our whole garage is Michael Jordan posters, cards, everything. My dad collects them all. He was even working on it last night.
Wow, that's crazy.
So the whole garage is Jordan. I've seen numerous amounts of Jordan clips, games, footage, everything. So, I mean, just watching him and the way he goes about the game in between the lines, you know, he steps in between the lines, he goes about his business.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to dominate everybody. He wants to be the best player. Even during workouts, you know, he goes as hard as possible. So it's numerous amounts of reasons why.
Indeed.
It's the shoes, man.
Right?
It's the shoes.
Yeah, you know, because Magic never, you know, he got Starbucks. He ain't got no Star Jimmys. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, I get it.
And once again, you listen to IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports Radio 1350. You know, Jordan, I want to, and we got Jordan McGough, starting point guard for USC, in with us. You know, being from Southern California, being a point guard, there was a guy that played at the Great Western Forum. He played point guard. We call him by his childhood name, Buck. A lot of people may know him as Irvin Magic Johnson.
Indeed.
He incorrectly said, if it was Wikipedia, I would have fixed the reference.
Man.
He incorrectly said he was the second greatest Laker. He is the greatest Laker. Have you ever watched any of his film? Well, I'll ask you this. What point guard do you try to emulate?
Well, me, I emulate Derrick Rose pre-injuries. You know, lately he's had injuries that's held his game back a little bit.
Indeed.
But, you know, I tried to model my game after his explosiveness and his ability to shoot and everything. And change the game.
There you go. And we know we before we let you out of here, one last thing. So it's time to be a proud big brother. Mm-hmm. I was the baby of the family, so I don't know what it's like to be the older sibling.
Well, because I was gonna liken it to the locally, I think the next brother and sister combo we've seen out here is Riverside Reggie and Jerry Curl Cheryl.
Right.
I mean? When she was coming out, she had the Afro sheen curl. You know
right?
what I mean? Was dripping on the USC jersey.
Legend Reggie Miller, that her pictures on the
UCLA legend and then USC legend.
UCLA legend Cheryl. Did I say Reggie?
Yeah, you said.
I'm sorry, Cheryl. I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah.
USC legend.
Matter of fact, I think the jersey they retired of Cheryl's still got a little activator. I think right here on the.
When you go to Galen Center, you see her picture right there on the beams.
Yeah. So respectively so. Are you? I mean, you up on Cheryl, right? Yeah. Guaranteed. So go ahead.
Oh, let's talk about. So we can say you are the brother of the Inland Valley Bulletin Player of the Year, Dominique, point guard at Etiwanda High School. Tell us about your sister, man.
Man, she's amazing. She's every day she tells me she looks up to me, and we talk all the time. And she just wants to do the same stuff that I do. She wants to follow right in my footsteps. Which she is doing. Player of the Year, winning baseline league, and all that. And sadly, her career this year was shortened to her ankle injury. But when I was watching the Modern Day game, I was just in the stands, like saying, man, I'm proud that she's out there just doing what she does. Just playing basketball, having fun.
Nice.
And so I'm extremely proud of her.
There you go. And my kids go to Etiwanda. Just let me know what I need to do to get them to ball out like you and your sister, because they are Etiwanda Eagles. My daughter was excited. She's here. So we appreciate you coming in so early. There you go. That's the appropriate music. The Etiwanda legend, the point guard, number 11, balled out, CIF champion.
Man.
USC starting point guard.
Accolades aplenty.
Absolutely. The number one university, not in the nation, in the world. USC point guard. Thank you so much, Jordan McLaughlin, for coming in. We appreciate it. You'll be at the game tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
All right, Inland Valley.
Yeah, man, we're going to make sure we got a special cup of hot cocoa for you, man. You can't get no gifts or nothing like that, man. But, we make sure you get you a little hot cup of cocoa, on the house.
So you're listening to IE Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Prodexa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Prodexa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Prodexa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room, weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609. Again, 1-800-352-1609. A fee-based company.
From Jackie Robinson to John Elway, Southern California is home to many of America's greatest high school athletes. Now you can add to that legacy by voting for your favorites on a new website called SoCalPrepLegends.com. Log on today and vote for the best plays and players from the teams in your area. You'll find everything you need to make your selections, including stories, stats, videos, and more. Show your team spirit and give your players the recognition they deserve. Go to SoCalPrepLegends.com and see the stars of today become the legends of tomorrow.
What's up? This is TJ Ward from the Denver Broncos. You're now tuning to IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are live. This is IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. Right here live, connected by Boost Mobile on the Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here.
Hey, man, it is Media Day for the second annual Boost Mobile Inland Valley All-Star Classic. Coach B, we've been talking about this off air. Really excited about it, man. The Boost Mobile has just done really a great job. It's going to allow us to provide the players with their, they get a chance to walk home with the shirts, get a chance to walk home with the jerseys without any cost. So we're really excited about
Exactly.
that.
Thank you to our sponsor. Speaking of that, thank you to Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren.
Yes.
2 players with the highest GPA will be awarded a college scholarship. Thank you to the Fontana Police Officers Association. It's Boost Mobile as well as Score Sports.
Man.
Like you said, the kids will get a custom jersey. Gentlemen, step up to the mic and introduce yourselves one by one, and let's see who we have here in studio.
Now, y'all got to say it like nice and bright, nice and loud, project so your mothers and everybody can hear y'all out there. And I know y'all might have some fans, you know what I mean? So you don't want to disappoint the fans out there. So, make sure you put your chest in it. All right, here we go.
My name is Arrington and Eddie. I'm from San Dimas High School.
No doubt.
My name is Tyler Pepping. I'm from Bonita High School.
I'm Isaiah Smith. I'm from Bloomington High School.
All right, man. See, brothers came from all over the place, man. That is a great thing. So we'll start with my man said he's already acclimated. He said, I've been doing this radio stuff. I got it down. So let's talk to you for a quick second, brother. So tell us how you were contacted about featuring in this All-Star game.
I was at my basketball banquet, and my coach just got a text from Coach Romanelli, and he said that I'd been inducted into the game, and I was very happy to get it.
I heard that, man. So check this out. So now, what do you think the reason that you were selected? Were you out there were you doing the LeBron thing with the chalk? I mean, did you break any backboards? Talk to us about why you feel that you were selected.
Defense is my thing, and I've always been playing defense well. And so I always bring energy on defense and getting steals and stuff, fast breaks, layups, and dunks. And that's kind of why I think I got it.
I heard that, man. So let's talk to my man right here. So tell us how you were contacted about being selected to the second annual Inland Valley All-Star Classic.
I was like the same as Ike. I was at my banquet, and I had a really good season. And my coach was like, you've been selected in 2 All-Star games, so I was excited for the opportunity.
Heard that, man. So you play at Bonita. So you guys are right there on the edge of things. You guys are it's one of those things okay, are we LA County? Are we down with the IE? So you got to make a choice, brother. I'm playing. No, but talk to us about your season and what do you think that you were doing special out there to be selected for the All-Star game?
Well, this year I broke 3 records for the school, most 3-pointers in one game.
Nice.
A season and a career. So that's a big reason why I was selected to both All-Star games.
That's credentials.
That's some. Because let me tell you, like I was telling Jordan before when he came on, let me have hit 2 or 3 threes in a game. You know what I mean? I mean, it would have been difficult. I probably would have said, team, when I came to the bench, y'all sit over there. I'm going to sit right here. You know what I mean? Me being the man and all. But that's good stuff, man. Congratulations on that. So, young man, talk to us real quick. Tell us, how you were contacted about being selected for the Inland Valley All-Star Classic.
When I was contacted, I was at the gym. I was playing basketball. I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, I'm in the All-Star game.
There it is. So my man was like, look, I was in the gym working on working on it. You know what I mean? I was oblivious to what was going on. That's a good thing. So what were you doing special this year? Do you think that they gave you the credential to be selected this year?
Just my coach. I transferred schools to a Christian school, and he just let me play. I did my thing, averaged a double-double, and he just told me I could play.
I heard that, man.
And then looking at your notes, it says you've been playing since you were 1 year old?
Yes, I always had a ball in my hand. So.
Like, you got the baby pictures like it was just him and the ball, you know what I mean, early. Like, he didn't have a bottle, he had the ball. I heard that.
That's good stuff, man. So you always wanted to play the game. So you were the MVP of your league. So that's a really good precedent, what you guys were doing. So tell us a little bit about your season and some of the things that you accomplished.
Well, last year I did a little better. I averaged 14 points, 9 rebounds. Well, last year I averaged 14 and 10.
I like people love this. They know this.
Yeah. My man was like, I got him right here on my phone. So let me check this out real quick. I think I was getting a double-double and triple-triple. You know what I mean?
Because my stats were I averaged 0 and 0 and 0. So those are my high school stats.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
But let me tell you something. Park Rec legend. You know what I mean? Park and Rec like legend. Now I couldn't play. Couldn't play no.
I tell you, if you guys needed a bench warmer, if I was in high school, man, your water would have been cold and fresh. If I'd have been on your team, I'm just gonna tell you that right now, man. So I don't know what your bench warmer was like, but I was good at bench warmer.
Yeah. Go ahead. He's crazy.
So and one thing I want to let's talk to Tyler right quick. So you're from Minnesota?
Yeah, I was born there, and I moved here when I was 4.
Okay.
Wow, man, it's cold in Minnesota. My folks moved out there, boy, and they came back immediately. As soon as they got a chance to defrost, they came back to California.
Right. And before I ask you a question, I want to tell all your people still in Minnesota, thank you for those Lakers.
Oh, man.
We appreciate them sending them this way.
Thank you kindly.
Absolutely. So hitting all the three-pointers, I think I have an idea who your favorite player might be. Kobe Bean. But who is your favorite player?
Kobe Bryant.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Smart man.
What do you think about Steph? And 402 threes and one.
It's ridiculous, man. It's crazy.
He's insane. If he keeps that up, for the next 5 to 6 years, he'll be go down as one of the greatest.
Yeah, because I think they were saying he made more in a year than Bird did in a career.
Yeah.
Did he?
It was something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Who motivates you in the league? Who do you try to pattern your game after? You say, man, I got to be like when you're out. Like when we were younger, I was Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, everything was no look. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I had the socks up to my thighs.
Do that in practice,
you know what I mean?
and your coach will look at you like you're crazy.
Guaranteed.
But who's a player that you say you watch their game, you study their game, and you like, I got to be like this guy?
Isaiah Thomas.
Zeke.
Okay. Oh, the young Isaiah Thomas.
Wait, young Isaiah. Oh, I was about to say.
Okay, the one in the league.
I was about to come out the hat like, oh, brother, man,
Yeah, I know you ain't talking about the Pistons.
Man, I was about to say, man, who this man is?
He's one of the shortest in the league, and I'm always the shortest on the court, so I try to play like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to go out there and get in. That was my thing. I was out there. I was short, so I had to throw some elbows, even though it wasn't hitting nobody but in their hip. You know what I mean? But it still was an effective elbow nonetheless.
And that's the funny thing because we're Laker fans. And watching in the 80s, Isaiah Thomas was the guard for the Pistons. So when I heard that name, I had flashbacks.
That's why I was like, oh, yeah, because he came out there with the limp. When we came out
we almost ended the interview.
Oh, man, yeah, that was, because I still got nightmares about how Isaiah Thomas did us with the messed up ankle.
And, I am a Laker fan, but, they were cheated out of that game, man. That game when he sprained his ankle, Kareem didn't get fouled. I'll just say that. But, hey, we got the championship.
Yeah, we got the championship. All right, my man. So, Coach B, I know you're going to ask my man a couple questions.
Absolutely, man. So your mother signed you up for the City League. That's when my career ended. Rec ball was about it. I played at the YMCA when I was in, 6th grade. That was it for me.
Yeah, right.
When I got to high school, I realized me and sports didn't get along. But what made you fall in love with the game of basketball?
I think it was just like being on the court, being able to run freely and take whatever shots you want, and take the ball from other people, and all that kind of stuff.
Who's your favorite player?
Right now, I'd have to say Jimmy Butler.
But okay.
Jimmy Butler, okay.
Because he plays defense, and that's what leads mostly all of his points, and that's kind of how I emulate my game. So
you in the defense, man. You. Let me tell you, you're growing up in Southern California. There was a guy. His name was Cooper.
I'm about to say Cooper Loop.
He played for the LA Lakers.
With the kneecap socks.
Absolute defense, lock you up.
Yep.
Lock you up. Just Google him. Just Google him, YouTube him. Cooper.
Indeed.
I'm always gonna give you a Laker reference.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying that.
If you don't notice that already, my man. So tell us real quick who your favorite player is.
When I was growing up, my favorite basketball player was Allen Iverson. But right now, I try to be like Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, huh? So you on the point?
Yeah.
Okay, no doubt about it. That's
so
good stuff.
You came to IE Sportsnet.
Take your time. Take your time.
And you referenced the Clipper.
Take your time. Don't this. We might stop the music real quick, Greg Holler. Now, let's ask you a very serious question right now, young brother.
Take your time. Take your time.
All right, man. I'm a little emotional about this. Clippers or the Lakers?
Clippers.
Oh man. Greg Holler. Oh man. This
when you call me,
oh man.
I'm gonna give you my cell phone number.
Oh man.
And after the show, we're gonna talk a little bit about basketball.
Yeah, man.
But when you call me on. I'm gonna answer on the 16th ring. When I call Chris Paul, his phone never rings.
How you doing?
And every time I talk to Doc Rivers, he always pays his rent late.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? So make sure them Clippers. My man said the Clippers.
No, it's all good.
No, I'm playing with you, man.
No, we get it.
It's a newer generation.
Yeah, it's a new generation.
Like, we came up, man. I mean, people came to the Clippers. I mean, I think it was only like 15 people that attended the Clipper games back in the day. That's when they was playing at the sports arena. You know
right. They were still in the sports arena right next to USC. I get it. It's a new day.
It is.
And Blake, what do you think about Blake being back? Are we going to do okay in the playoffs?
I mean, they might choke again like they always do.
Oh, man.
Well, hopefully they do something. They do something special. It's gonna be crazy. But gentlemen, like what I wanted to ask you guys all is, you guys again, it's an honor to have you gentlemen here. You guys obviously were all selected because you guys are some special players. What are your expectations tomorrow in the game? Maybe you guys can kind of talk about how you anticipate it. You guys got some fresh jerseys. It's gonna be the first time you ever wore them. Ain't nobody ever sweated in them. You know what I mean? No extra perspiration.
Custom jersey.
Custom jersey.
Size.
Now, if y'all want my signature on there, I'm gonna have to charge y'all. My fee is expensive nowadays. Woo, it costs a lot of money. But you know what I mean? But we'll work something out. So maybe you guys can tell us about what your expectations are tomorrow for the game.
Just go out and have fun. That's the main thing. And then take any shot that you have. Don't pass up any open shots.
There it is, my man.
Say it like a shooter.
Right?
Like a shooter.
Just come out and have fun, and we're for sure going to win this game. Not taking any else.
All right.
And I know you're going to play defense.
What team are you? What team are you?
White team.
White team. Okay, in the house.
I think there's just gonna be a lot of threes going on. A lot of ball.
Yeah.
I really expect the ball. Just get it yourself.
Yeah, right. No doubt about it.
Who's gonna dab on him?
I don't even know.
You gonna dab on him?
My man say, I got that.
And once again, you listen to IE Sports on Fox Sports 1350 AM. And you know what? Last week the girls said the game's gonna be lit. So are y'all gonna get out there and put it in? Y'all gonna put a show on them?
Yeah, because now here's what I got to tell you, gentlemen, because we didn't get a chance to talk to the boys team last year before the show. Well, aside from at the banquet, the girls game, keep it real, last year was the game. You know what I mean? They came out the girls game, man. I don't know if it was like our expectations weren't like, I don't know what it was, but the girls came out last year and they played a great. I mean, diving on the floor. The coaches were in it. I thought the coaches were going to go outside and slap box for about 5 minutes afterwards. But it was an intense game, really intense. The boys, and not to take anything away from the boys, they did their thing, but it wasn't the girls' game. The girls' game was like, whoa, everybody was screaming. It was crazy. So y'all got something to live up to. You know what I mean? So so we're expecting some big things out of you gentlemen.
So you guys excited?
Yeah, hopefully there's a high flyers tomorrow. See some nice dunks.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
So who's throwing? Are you good at throwing up the lobs when you're coming up the court?
Yeah, watch out for Bryce Peters.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's talking about Bryce. So
well, he go to your school. He goes to Damon.
He goes to Damon.
Yes,
Damien. Yeah, no doubt.
And you guys played against him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he catch anybody?
No.
Good thing, right? Yeah. Because I know that's a big thing for y'all cats. You know, somebody gets caught, it's going on Instagram ASAP, right? You know,
Twitter.
Yeah. Anybody got caught in here? Anybody got put on Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah. Because I know you guys ball up. And Isaiah, you said that, you know, being selected to an all-star game was an accomplishment for you. So, you know, what does it mean? You know, you can redeem yourself because you referenced a Clipper. You can redeem yourself. What does it mean to you to be, you know, to be a part of this game?
It's just being able to show off my skills.
Mm-hmm.
Heard that.
That's good stuff, man.
Heard that, man.
Yeah, because when I was in high school, they didn't have an all-star game.
And if I say if they did, it would have been a water boy. Yeah, but they have it at the YMCA.
Okay.
It's called Open Gym. You know what I mean? So you can go up there and get down anytime you need to. But gentlemen, again, thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate your parents, man, for bringing you out so nice and early. Again, it's been a pleasure. You know, we're very, very excited for having each and every one of you guys. And again, you guys are here because you guys did some phenomenal work in your senior year, and your coaches thought highly of you, man. So you guys should be proud of that. Your parents, I'm certain, are proud of it. And you guys deserve all the accolades you guys get in this game.
Absolutely. So tomorrow, let's get lit.
Let's get lit, George.
Let's no, the new way they say it now is you know, it's like it's going on, man. You know what I mean? So let's get turned.
No, you let them tell it. You tell them.
Let's dab on them.
Hold on a second. So what would be the phrase you guys are going to use for tomorrow? Like what's the expression you would use for what's going to happen tomorrow? Maybe you guys can help him out.
Black team's gonna get down.
There it is. There it is. Right there. Okay, there it is. So
that works. That works. Let's make it happen. I want to see somebody dab on him. If somebody get a dunk, let's dab on him.
Otherwise, Coach B gonna come out there and
I'm gonna dab on him myself.
Jesus,
you know,
you gonna pull a back muscle. You gonna see him out there dabbing. Oh,
you know what I mean? Absolutely. So we appreciate you guys coming in once again. Step up to the mic. Say your name. Say what school you're from. So you guys go to school Monday. You can say I was on Fox Sports Radio.
Indeed.
Kenan Barga, I go to San Dimas High School.
Tyler Pepping, Bonita High School.
Isaiah Smith, Bloomington Christian School.
There it is.
There you go.
Right there, man.
Well, we appreciate you young gentlemen coming in so early.
Indeed.
Coming to IE Sports. And tomorrow, game day is tomorrow,
yes,
Sunday.
Indeed. Sunday.
April 17th. The girls' game tips off at 4 o'clock. The boys' game tips off after at 5:30. A.B. Miller, Fontana High School. Google it. It's going to be an amazing game.
Yes, it is, man.
We're excited. Thank you, gentlemen. You're listening to IE Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops right here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Prodexa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Prodexa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Prodexa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609. Again, 1-800-352-1609. A fee-based
What's up?
company.
It's Nick Young of the LA Lakers. You rocking at IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Man, I almost busted out my Cavarici.
Parachute pants.
My parachute joints. You know what I mean? They got a crap. Man, let me tell you something, boy. Don't nobody say nothing about me doing MC Hammer. That's right, Greg Holler, run that. We are live. This is IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And this is the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, well, you want to turn this mother out. The conversation starts and stops here on Fox Sports 1350. I don't think kids understand how amazing Hammer was.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Prime.
I used to get into, because I'm a hip hop guy. You know what I mean?
Strong like a lion. No denying. Oh, man. Oh, man. To get with me.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Don't get us started with no MC Hammer.
You know what? I almost lost my. We still doing sports?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I almost took the shirt off and had the suspenders on. Remember how Hammer did it?
I'm about to grow my Gumby back.
Right?
I can't grow hair no more.
Right?
How you doing?
Oh, man, beautiful. It is IE Sportsnet right here live on Fox Sports 1350. Man, do we have a great show today? Had the USC starting point guard. You know, it's different if you got the USC guy that sits way on the bench. We had the starting point guard, still representing hard for IE, Jordan McLaughlin here and live in the studio, man.
Representing Etowanda.
Indeed.
You know, and this is the great thing about it, man. When you come from a school that has a rich athletic tradition, like my Downey Vikings, Jordan McLaughlin said he still keeps in contact with Darren, or he keeps in contact with Darren Collison, the UCLA legend. He's with Sacramento now, right?
Indeed.
And then Marvin Jones, I know Marvin Jones was there recently. So he was he played an amazing piece of history with them. Marvin's coming back for the stadium.
Yeah, and we got to get him on. Young Marvin Jones. We got to talk to him about his boy, his former player, Vontaze Burfict. And we got to ask him, does that boy got a chemical imbalance?
His former teammate. Yeah, absolutely, man.
That boy can't get right. No,
yeah.
But you know, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. You know, look, check this out. If you guys want to see some basketball, because we know, look, the playoffs start today. We do know that. We understand. Right. But if you guys want to see some epic basketball being played, you guys need to be in attendance tomorrow, bright and early, Bushy Tail, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, in the PM, right live at AB Miller. Coach B is going to be going down something special, man.
I thought basketball was over.
You know what, man?
Kobe played his last game.
Yeah, I know. But we still have investment. Because, you know, look, Young Cornrows.
They're still playing NBA?
Young Cornrows are still in the league.
They're still, no. The season's over. I saw Kobe's last game. That was it. They were done. The season is over, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay. It's all good, man. But like you said, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. We are excited. You know, the Inland Valley Classic has become an integral part of IE Sportsnet and IE Sportsnet success. When the season first started, when the games first started, we were on a small station in San Bernardino.
Yes.
So, you know, we rode the wave of the Inland Valley Basketball Classic. We thank John Romanelli. At the time, he was the athletic director at A.B. Miller. We were talking to him, and he came with the idea for us to do this game and partner up with him. It was a game Daily Bulletin did for years.
Yes, indeed.
It went dormant for about 5 years, and when we got involved. So we're excited about it.
I want to say peace to a couple people that are coming out and helping us out tomorrow. In association with our sponsors, I want to give a big shout out to the DJ who's going to be in the house, my man, DJ Virgo. Thank you for coming out, sir. Appreciate that. I also want to thank the photographer that's going to come out and shoot. My man, Don Moo, is going to come out and help us out. Thank you for him. And then also, the Summit High School will be out there with their video team.
Right.
Thank you very, very much for those guys. And we're excited, man. We can't say enough about that, man.
And I want to thank today, we have a special intern today. My Etowanda Eagle, my daughter, I always talk about her on air. She made a special appearance this morning, woke herself up. She heard that a Etowanda legend would be here. When she knew that Jordan McLaughlin would be in the house, my Brianna showed up and said, hey, I want to come and see Etowanda greatness. So I appreciate my daughter Brianna Arrington for coming up so early. I was surprised when she woke up,
Right.
So she was definitely here. So man, so that's good stuff. So, but like we said, we rode the wave of the Inland Valley Classic. That game has been so important to the success of IE Sportsnet. I mean, because of that game, we're here now on Fox Sports Radio. So that shows you how important that game has been to us. So we're excited about it. So happy to be involved, man. I'm looking forward to a great game. If it's anything like last year's game,
it
will be amazing.
It's going to be very difficult to live up to. We know last year's game was epic. We had Jackie Richardson ended up being our player of the game. The brother from Damon last year. It looks like we may even have people are like again. Bryce Peters has been the hot commodity out of Damien. People have been talking about him, so he's going to be. We had 3 special players in here as well that are all look at this dude.
Yeah, we had 3 great guys that came and were involved with the game, and it's going to be a great game. And like we said, last week we had some of the girls all-stars in on the media day last week, and now we had 3 of the boys players come in on the media day today, man. So I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to yet another amazing. Today I had to let Jordan McLaughlin know that I will be going home today. Today at 3:00. I will be in the land of Troy. So that football team out there, they have the spring game. So, my family will be making our annual pilgrimage home to our land of Troy. And we will be watching those USC Trojans. Chris Hawkins, the Rancho Cucamonga legend, will be there out there ball. It's going to be hard because Sue is not going to be there.
Yeah. It's, it'll be a little bittersweet, but hey, man, it's still going to be live in effect.
Vianney will be there.
Yes. Our boy from Poly.
Oh yes. I can't even think about it. Yeah, the guy from Poly. I can't even think about it.
His name is beside me right now.
Right. Yes. Our Poly guy, and they said he's probably going to ball out this year.
Yeah, he looked like he was ready. What's my man's name? I'm sorry,
I can't even think of his name right now.
Yeah, I got basketball on the brain right now, man. So again, thanks everybody for checking us out. Look, if you guys need information about the Inland Valley All-Star Classic, you guys can always log on to iesportsnet.com. Again, that's iesportsnet.com. That's where you guys will find information, details, directions, all that right there live for you.
Achilles Ross. Achilles Ross is our guy.
Yeah, his name, that first name is like, yo.
Yeah, they say this year's going to be the year that he gets out on the field and makes it happen. So,
yeah, man, the kid can play.
Yes, so if anybody wants to see the custom jerseys that will be the players to keep, and one more time, Ed, I was looking at our accounting spreadsheet, like you said, and I was trying to see how much did we charge the players to be in this basketball game?
Man, let me get my calculator out real quick. Let's see, 0 + 0 = 0.
There you go. And you know what? I'm excited with Rome, and we have the coaches locked in place. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But the Inland Valley Soccer Classic.
Oh man.
May 15th.
Oh yeah, that's it's gonna be something special, man. We're really looking forward to that. Great things on the horizon for IE Sports Net. Beautiful thing we got going on, man. Again, I just want to thank everybody for all the contributions, man. It's been a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and slide out of here. So, thank you so much for listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.